Have you ever paused to reflect on how deeply God cares for you? How much He desires to bless every aspect of your life? In difficult times, it's easy to wonder if God sees your struggles or if He has forgotten you. But I'm here to tell you that God is fully aware of your challenges and has already prepared a season of prosperity for you. The Lord is your shepherd, and you shall not want. You might feel like you're walking through a desert where nothing seems to prosper. Maybe you're exhausted, discouraged, and wondering when things will change. Remember, God often shows up in mighty ways when we least expect it, and your moment is near. Life can sometimes feel like a string of days where we merely survive, paying bills and taking care of our families. But God has much bigger plans for you. He is the owner of all riches, and when He decides to bless His children, nothing can stop it. Are you ready to receive what God has in store for you? It's natural to doubt and wonder how it's possible, especially if you're struggling to make ends meet. But the first battle you must win is in your mind. Believing that God has something grand for you is the first step. Faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains, and nothing will be impossible for you. Now let's talk about practical actions. How often do you worry about tomorrow, about paying bills or solving problems? Anxiety is normal, but God calls us to something greater, something supernatural. He wants you to trust Him with all your heart, handing over your worries and believing that He can do far more than you can imagine. Pause and reflect. Are you truly ready for what God wants to do in your life? It's not enough to just wait. You need to act in faith. Just as Noah built the ark before he saw the rain, you also need to prepare before you see the blessing. Perhaps God is waiting for you to take a step of faith to release what He has already planned for you. God specializes in transforming impossible situations. He takes what seems lost and makes it new, restoring what is broken. When you least expect it, what seemed impossible will happen. Sometimes the greatest blessings come disguised as challenges. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is God trying to teach me?" God cares about every area of your life, including your finances. He desires to bless you abundantly, not just spiritually but also materially, so you can live fully and share these blessings with others. Prosperity is not a sin, as long as we keep our hearts aligned with God's purposes and ensure that money does not become an idol in our lives. When God grants you financial resources, He does so with a greater purpose: to bless others. God is calling you to trust Him on a deeper level, to recognize that He is your provider in all areas, and to use what you have to serve His kingdom. Perhaps what you are facing is not just financial scarcity, but a lack of inner peace or hope. God wants you to know that He is capable of meeting all your needs, material, emotional, and spiritual. He wants to restore your peace, renew your hope, and give you the assurance that He is in control, regardless of the circumstances. Trusting God in difficult times is an act of faith that He honors. As you surrender your worries to Him, you will see His faithfulness at work in your life in ways you never imagined. Today, God is calling you to trust Him fully and prepare for the wonders He is about to perform in your life. What will your response be to this invitation? Will you continue to live in fear, trapped by visible circumstances and uncertainties? Or will you choose to start acting in faith, believing that God is already moving in your favor and preparing a path of blessings for you? The decision is yours. God invites you to trust, to have faith that He is working for your good. When you decide to trust wholeheartedly, fear loses its grip, worries dissipate, and a new hope takes root in your heart. A hope grounded in the trust that God is in control of every detail of your life. Now I encourage you to take charge of your faith, fully trusting in God and preparing for the great things He is about to do in your life. What God has in store for you is incomparably greater than anything you can imagine. Surrender completely to His will, act in faith, and prepare yourself for the abundance that is coming your way. May God bless and protect you today and always.